Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age Mythology Age Empires 4 replay. Spawn bottom right side as Magenta Ottomans. We got MeomaikA. Spawn top left side as the Cyan Byzantines. We got faye-chan. Both sides immediately going for stone, but there's probably for one military academy. Cisterns do cost 120 stone, but he has right now 170, so I'm not sure what Cyan's actually eyeing. Is he going for double cistern? Cisterns right now just provides plus 10% gathering rate for being to all nearby villagers. So what is he eyeing? As Town Center is not available age 2. What is going on? I'm actually really confused. He's maxing out the cisterns now? Village production stays at 20 seconds, not affected by the constricto. Can somebody explain what's going on? Right now is that so? Did that all for level 3 cistern? Go for regular speed now, since we got the spear going for a bit of harassment. Byzantine player has the gold to age up. Why did he immediately go for the level 3 cistern? Was that really worth it? One player has enough resources to age on up. Going for Satani Trade Network, a bit more the rare land of the rare 2 landmarks recently. But then again, this does give you a bit of free gold, while the other one just gives you a bit of free food. We do have now the Imperial Hippodrome now being employed in the field. What is the mercenaries going to get? We got the mercenaries Zunchunus, as well as mercenary war elephants over here. Mercenary Macadite can go very powerful with the Imperial Hippodromes. So the Imperial Hippodromes try and provide additional damage. Increased cavalry. Oh, did they change those now? Cavalry melee damage rather than just cavalry damage? Because remember before it was just plus 4 damage. I guess they may have changed to the melee damage now. This is the last time I checked. I don't remember. The Cunning Trading Network is now complete. We'll of course get 3 traders immediately inside. Probably should eye for the trade bags eventually. This gold generation is, I think, slower overall than sending traders out, but it is of course very safe. And of course get 3 of them immediately. And I think it provides, let's see, it precisely provides plus 24 gold per minute per each one. Traders, on the other hand, can get even better than villagers when going from one part, let's say from here to over here. And villagers get, what, 50 gold per minute, fully maxed out. Of course, it is 3 very safe traders. Now the Explorators research now being researched, giving plus 2 damage versus workers and plus 30 gold upon killing workers. One Vizier point now available goes for the feud work. Also, in this current patch, this new patch, now provides 2 meters rather than just 1. The other 2 are still the same. Still think Italian heals is better than the other 2, but the feud work for 2 imams for healing in this age can be very useful. Scout and horseman push way forward. Heals up those spearmen. Of course, they're just Dark Age spearmen at the moment. Currently now the military school is going for Metter. Oh, those have got more traders actually being summoned there as well. So he's getting, which can give him 10 traders, give him some good passive gold generation. That's very, very safe. So once fully maxed out, this should provide him 240 gold per minute, which is very nice, equivalent to what, 6 villager gold income? You of course consume 10 villagers or 10 population space, so it's not super pop efficient, just very, very safe, which is perfectly fine in this part of the age. And of course, can always get improved by plus 40%, going from 24 to what? Let's just say 240. Increase that by 40%. That's at least 80. I can't do the math right now. My mind's a little bit melted. Additional 44. Blah. That's what it was. Which is quite nice. Effectively, it adds an 11 extra villager worth of income. Do now the professional scout research on the way for the Byzantine player. There's a lot of small deer deposits in this map, so there's a lot of opportunities for you to claim up the deer. I think as well, we've got no mercenary camp on the field as well. You can always deploy out a mercenary camp next to a trade post there, and the Golden Tower will build those mercenaries as well, and it'll put those in the pool. So if you want to eye for Zunchnu's and War Elephants, you can place a mercenary camp over here. If you wishes to get Desert Raiders or Mercenary Magadai, they can deploy them over there. Something tells me, see, Ottomans recently has been tend to going for Janissaries, Sipahi, Janissary, Sipahi with some other similar units mixed on in. So War Elephants could be pretty good against Sipahi. Of course, they would be countered by the Janissaries. But Mercenary Zunchnu's could be quite nice. Mahid Imperial Army now being employed in the field by Magenta. Byzantine player is very far from aging up. He's actually is bringing some. Oh, his Vizier point. Let's see. Magadai. Wait, where's the oh wait, those assigned structures. Ugh, that was Magenta. Yeah, I think I'm coming down with something. I'm not paying attention. He's going for Mercenary Magadai, very nice. And also placing him posts next to trade posts does give him plus decent faster production speed. And if it goes for Golden Horn Tower, it will randomly spawn in Desert Raiders or Mercenary Magnite, which both could be quite useful. Ottomans, like I said beforehand, tend to go heavy in Sipahi. Desert Raiders be a very good counter to that. A Magadai must go for the Fort Engineering Company at that point in time, which then you get the sheer bow lens, not improved sheer bow lens if I remember correctly. And they can be quite decent, but they do fall off pretty badly in the mid-game, as also early game. I don't know how effective they will be, since now Triumph does no longer affects horse archers, just only melee cavalry. No, it says right here, consumes cavalry damage by +4. Which suggests to me, there's a error in the description. It says here, increases cavalry melee damage. But here, it just says cavalry damage. So it's probably, it has been nerfed so it only affects melee cavalry, but if it does still affect ranged cavalry, then Magnite could be assassins. He has gone for his own unique horse archer, the Kanji, which is the horse archer that fires 2 arrows. They do 2 arrows at 7 damage at a, I think, a pretty slow attack speed, right? Like a crossbowman attack speed, if there's any more stuff on the field, which they are not. Baron Spearman research now on the way. We have a mosque now being built. Got Paraspa here from the Mahid Imperial Armory. No, I actually didn't see Sign actually age up. I must be really out of it. Do now have a Wolo there. Gotta keep his distance. We got the Triumph activated there. And the Maggonite do get affected by it. So there's a bit of incorrect description on the basic description. So he does get still plus 10 damage. Annihilating all of these villagers with 10 damage arrows. Triumph's still active. Now some of these imams going down. A lot of stuff is going down. Signs cut off 10 villagers so far. But thanks to the Sultani Trading Network, he has a bit of extra economy going. Does take out that one village or horseman there. Maggonite is still here. They right now have the little range damage there to help them out. Science Assault will be cleaned on up. The civilian count is misleading. None of them are these traders, which is quite nice. But so far, I called off 10 villagers, so the Triumph does affect them. Got a round of Desert Raiders there. Looks like they come in groups of 3. Yep, it looks like they do come in groups of 3. 400. I thought Desert Raiders are a bit more expensive. 165 is probably right. But now they are a pretty good counter to the Sipahi. They have a good melee attack, which does do bonus damage versus cavalry itself. They also have 6 melee armor, so Sipahi will do bonus damage versus them. Horseman will take that spring gold out. Some of these villagers going down. Does get another Triumph activated there. Increase damage and a bit of health for general movement speed. Does take out that one. Another round Maggonite being put on the field. That plays from the Golden Horn Tower. And Magenta is losing more villagers now. Magenta has now lost 18 villagers. Got more horsemen being pulled on the field. More horsemen being pulled on the field. Horseman straight forward. Good number of Sipahi there. Spearmen being put on the field. Definitely needs to go for a heavier number of spearmen now. Man arms probably could be a little bit too slow. Oh, this could be bad. That Wolo. Oh, it gets none of the converted there. I thought it was going to be conversion there. It cut way too close there. Look, they went for the Sultani Trade Network. Now he doesn't have to worry about any additional. He can still get gold while hunkering down. Maggonite on field, but Triumph has been deactivated there. Those back them up, so the Maggonites are going down. Spearmen being supported by the Ottoman player, of course. Byzantine player right now has 500 stone. Ottoman player has no stone stored on up. Looks like he only has the one military academy so far. Well, met her. If I were to change one thing about the pillage school, I'll probably move the kanji, since these are technically are locked behind another vizier point. Well, this is locked by another vizier point. I'll probably move this over right there to separate them. A bit more denotion between the two. Do now the Maggonite firing away can good damage. Of course, the horseman slowly can pick apart there. Maggonite right now has 6 damage. The Spy has 5 armor, so they're doing 1 damage per arrow. He needs to get +1 range damage, +2 range damage to make them a bit more effective. Desert Raider's now pulling the field, very nice. Mag jump after there. Now this Magadai will do some serious damage. Does get +1 range damage completed, so now it was doing 11 damage per arrow with the Magadai. Like I said, they're some of the best Magadai in the game, or actually not Mongol Magadai, but actually Byzantine Magadai, since Imperial Hippodrome really turbo buffs them. Next round is Desert Raiders, which will still be very useful. He right now does have some olive oil stored on up, clicking up these berries slowly with one villager, and he has a pet sheep. We got range armor activated there to help resist the Magadai, which is probably a good idea. He has 2 more Vizier points, and he probably should save up the last one for here, so he may need to go for advanced canopies and 2 trade bags. The amount of calories fighting, I understand J-Trade companies, so he may just go for both of these and not go for trade bags. Up around the walls there. Next round's Desert Raiders. Just simply put, both options are good, though Science not really making good usage of the Magadais. Not properly upgrading, I would say. Going for double Mangonel in placement. He also put another mill here to help collect up the fishies. No triumph activated there, getting some good health regen. Horseman over here, probably trying to get to these Mangonels or Spring Golds. I don't. Both siege horses are not too particularly great against horsemen. Would it be Mangonels or Spring Golds? Spring Golds may be just a better option, a bit more reliable. Mangonels would be bonus damage for Magadais and Desert Raiders, but at this point in time, they're horses, so they're pretty easy to dodge those shots. And not to mention the horses would be hard enough to hit shots on it against any sort of mounted unit. So Spring Golds overall probably a better option. Could go for no, go for siege towers. Wait, you can't build siege towers from the Mahid Imperial Armory? That's gotta be a mistake. Better Maganai now have +2 range damage, very nice. Getting the extra more melee damage for the veteran horseman will actually be quite useful. The damage is relatively low, so +1 damage will make them go a long way. Maganai there, getting picked one off, a little bit thrown away. Some Desert Raiders do have their bows out, because they are actually a decent mounted archer. They don't get bonus damage versus a light melee, but 11 damage is effectively getting bonus damage versus a light melee, among everything else. Another Triumph activated. Again, the Magadai up to 12 damage per arrow. Allows them to pierce the damage to the supply quite easily. Looks like Triumph has been deactivated, or subsided. More Maganai in the build queue. He is building them as well as getting a free round of them as well. Autumn player has enough gold to age on up, just needs a lot more food. In fact, it looks like his food's having trouble. He has no wood either. Go for some basic walls there. It's probably in good numbers. Autumn player still has 0 stone, so probably has the 1 military academy on the field. Ironically, making this military campus 0 point not that useful. Another 0 point almost available. He may be needed to go to Pax Ottomana. He is low on villager counts. This improves. He does go for advanced campuses. I don't think he has enough campuses to warrant it, though. Oh, no, he does have 4 out of 4, so unless he's been perfect consuming the stone. My apologies. Okay, so that makes a big difference. I'd assume here, because like, oh, 0 stone, he must only pick up that initial 50 and not do any more campuses. But nope, he has, actually. My bad. Byzantine player's now going for some cataphracts. Has 5 on the field. And is going for teardrop shields, which will increase the armor of cataphracts by 1. Good number of cataphracts there. They offer right now 6 melee armor. Can always get more melee armor, up to 7 this age. Faye are a very good horseman. Right now they have 15 base damage. These veteran horsemen try and close the distance, not only have increased move speed, but it's subsided. Regular horseman does have 11 base damage. Faye are slower than regular horsemen. Does split up his force there, try and close on in. Maybe some trample orders. MeomaikA firing from safe angle, also not causing surface area issues. Oh, got an opening there. That opening will be closed. Yeah, I really do think the Ottoman player should be on Janissaries. He's just fighting mass cavalry. Janissaries would be a clear option. Because these units will be flanked and engaged. Most of the Byzantine players saw a bit of olive oil. I would like to see the foreign engineering company. Though, if he's going to focus on quite a bit on cataphracts, he could actually either Palatine school. He's spending all his resources on units, so he's not going to be aging up anytime soon. It has a massive cavalry force, that's for sure. For those who don't remember, Foreign Engineering Company does give access to the unique technologies immediately and for free. So Shield Bow Limbs, and I think Desert Raiders has something to support infantry, or infantry supports the Desert Raiders. I can't remember. One Absidency and Ayubids have one that does one, and one does the other. And I always forget which one does, but the two had one. Janissaries now pulling the field. We have a core, 11 core of them, and they're going hard to counter cavalry. They do nearly double damage. Their Triumph not activated. Spring Gulls find way. He's going to get a decent amount of splash damage. Got a massive round of MeomaikA in the back line. So they're getting a lot of bonus Triumph there. Lasting for another second. Decent amount of time there. And I don't think Magenta will live that long. MeomaikA may have done incredible damage there. Like I said, best MeomaikA are actually Byzantine, not Mongols. Rip those formation there, but got more reinforcing Janissaries. Triumph has subsided. Another round of Triumph being activated there. It is another 30 seconds because you get more Triumph per killing with cavalry kills. By the way, and that is the end of replay. There's Angerade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay.